What we'd like to hear is your story about how you got interested in HCG and how it worked for you.
Okay, well, you were the first one, to introduce it to me. But before that, and it was so timely, of course, because I had been getting just slight symptoms of high blood pressure, just a little bit of high blood pressure, and I checked myself in Safeway to make, to see, and it was elevated, not dangerously so, but enough. And then I had a very mild gallbladder attack, which really scared me. And then in working with children, I have to move a lot. Get get down on the floor, up, move my body a lot, and I was feeling uncomfortable because I was carrying extra weight. And so I think I put all these things together, and I was saying, okay, I have to do something, And you showed up and said, Michelle, I think you need this. And I'm like, what? Corey, I need this, So, but I thought about it. And as everybody knows, you get people or you read things that are pertinent in your life, so I pay attention to those things. And so I didn't know anything about it. So I went online and I looked at Dr. Simeon's work. Because I wanted to read about his studies and what it was for, because if I was going to be doing something with my brain, I wanted to know what it was and all of the ramifications of that. So that's what I did. I went online and I read his work, and I read all the way through it so that I knew it thoroughly, and I said, okay, I can do this. I think this is going to be great, and especially since it was homeopathic. And that made all the difference in the world. I really, I felt quite comfortable with that. So then I started, and I was, oh boy, I went through some detox. That first day was not a fun day because I was going through detox, and I realized that it was sugar because I drink a lot of coffee. And I put a lot of agave in it, and I thought, oh, this is good for me. This is okay. Yeah, right. But it was not only that, but I would almost eat my meal so I could have my little chocolate piece at the end. So it dawned on me that first day when I felt really not real good. I had a headache. I was lethargic. I wanted to just sleep and get over with this. And I thought, I don't know if I can do this. I really don't know if I can do this. And then I got up the next morning, and thank goodness my girlfriend, who had already been on it, told me to get a scale. I never weigh myself. I never weigh myself. What? I don't do things like that. She said, no, you get a scale, weigh yourself every morning at the same time, and you will be so surprised. And I said, okay. Went out, bought a scale. So the next morning after this first day of feeling so bad, I got on that scale, and I had lost 4 pounds. And I went, oh, wow, this stuff works. And that, I said, I can do anything. I can do this. The second day, a little bit more, but not as bad at all, not at all. And the third day, practically nothing. And by the fourth day, it was wonderful. I had energy. I had a lot of energy. I was losing weight. I felt good about myself. It was just wonderful. It was just great. And so as time went on, I also found a book online that was a cookbook that a woman had done just for this diet. That gave lots of different recipes and alternatives and ways to cook the food. And I found favorites, and I experimented myself, like putting cinnamon on apples. Oh my gosh, this was delicious. I found that tea well, anyway, I could go on and on about all the things that I found and experimented with, but this wonderful Bengal tea, it has all these wonderful spices in it, and at night to look forward to having that tea. Now it's my favorite. It was delicious. So, and then there came a point where, like towards, I don't know exactly, not the middle, it was more towards the end, because I only did it 3 weeks, because that's all I personally felt I needed. And I'll tell you why. But I called her and I said, to my friend, let's say Sue, I said, Sue, I'm not really hungry. I don't have really an appetite. I'm really just eating to eat, because I have to eat. And she said, no, don't worry about that. Just, eat the foods, eat what's required, because what you're doing is you're setting up a metabolic process here. And it's occurring, and so you may lose some interest in food, and it's okay. But make yourself, I love the crostini, the sticks, and I mean, that was just a delight. Oh my gosh, my crostini stick, and I even forgot, sometimes I'd forget to eat my crostini stick, so I knew it was working. So when my clothes started to fall off of me, I really knew, okay, it's time. That's all I wanted. I wanted to feel comfortable. I wasn't interested in dropping a huge amount of weight, not at my particular age. And that was the other thing, because I was worried in a sense that, when you get to a certain age and you lose a lot of weight, there's a lot of skin sagging or whatever. I don't want to get too explicit. But but that was it. Get into my clothes, feel comfortable, in certain sitting positions, getting down and up with the children and working and having energy. That's what I wanted, and I got it. It was beautiful. So when my clothes started to fall off of me, I knew it was time to stop. And it was only 3 weeks, and I had lost 16 pounds. And I could not believe how every morning, like my girlfriend said, you got the gratification. You lost a little bit of weight, and it just kept accumulating and accumulating, and I felt better and better about myself. And I went to a public place where there's a lot of people, and I was so amazed because some people didn't even recognize me. And I thought, oh my gosh, has it changed me that much? But yes, it was a lot in my face, but not like you would have thought that you would then get the sagging chin or the wrinkled neck. Of course, I have a little wrinkled neck, but that's that's the way it is at my age. But I look good, and I felt good, and I was excited, and it has just been the most wonderful experience for me, because I've dieted on and off all my life. Not so much as I've gotten older. There comes an acceptance there. But then there comes a point, when your clothes don't fit, and I have a lot of nice clothes, and I did not want to have to buy a whole new wardrobe, but to feel comfortable, and not have to worry about when you walk into that closet and you go, okay, what can I get into today and feel good? And now, I mean, it's just a joy. You walk in, anything that I choose, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I can pick out anything and it's going to be fine, and I'm going to feel good in it. So believe me, that in itself, for me, has been a joy. It has been successful, and I have really changed my whole diet now. It changed the way I looked at foods. When I got off that sugar, I couldn't believe how wonderful fruits taste. I would look forward to that orange in the morning. It was just sweet and juicy. Things took on different flavors and enhancements, and I didn't crave sugar anymore. If I needed a snack after I finished with the diet, raisins did it, And then after the diet, I went for 3 weeks without carbohydrates and without sugar, and I was just fine. It was perfect. I learned to love food again, and I learned to love fruit again, because it has the natural sugars, and it's changed my way of looking at food and tasting food, and I think I'm healthier for it. And it's been 8 weeks, and I think I gained half a pound to a pound, and that's it. I have not gained any more than that in those 8 weeks after I've finished with the diet. So I thank you, Carrie. I thank Dr. Simeons. I thank everybody who's responsible for this diet. And thank you for being, what shall I say, a runner, whatever, to me, you know, and coming up to me and presenting that. And I have spread the word, and many of my friends have now tried it, and they have lost the weight too. But it's something that's so fast, and it's so easy. It's a little hard at first, but then, oh my gosh, the rewards are continuous. And I think I've changed my life. I actually have. Thank you.